Hello, Shib Army. If you watched yesterday's film, you know that the Shiba Inu ecosystem has had some bad news. Apple's latest update could be bad news for Shib and the cryptocurrency market as a whole. What is this new fix, and how do I get out of it? Well, you'll find out if you keep watching this video. Disclaimer before we start this video, quickly, do you want to hear this? It's time for meme coins. People who own meme coins are making crazy profits, so there's no better time to keep an eye out for new meme coin projects that could be successful. You might have missed your chance to get in early on Shiba Inu and other projects like it. Well, with Aki Inu, the gods of crypto may be giving you a second chance. Just like Shiba Inu, Aki Inu is a truly decentralized project that gives users real ownership of their project. The best names in the business, like Satoshi, have given the project 2 good reports. Inu also has a number of good relationships, one of which is with Baby Doge, which is one of the most popular meme coins right now. In fact, the team will have an AMA with Baby Doge on May 1, so you might want to keep an eye out for that. Also, the Aki Inu team will be live at the Crypto 306 event in Dubai from May 7th to 8th. With how hard Aki Inu is trying to market itself right now, there are signs that this project could soon take off like a rocket. So, if you're reading this right now, you have the rare chance to join a project early on and help it grow. Check out the text to find all the links that are important. Before we talk about that, let's talk about Satoshi's new message, which was hard to understand. In yesterday's video, I said that people in the Shiba Inu community were getting restless while waiting for more news about the Shiba Inu blockchain or anything else connected to Shiba Inu. Satoshi had no choice but to answer in the Telegram group and tell the community that people have been busy with other things in the ecosystem. Even though that answer wasn't clear, Satoshi chose to make things even less clear with his next comment. He just put the word there in the Telegram group without responding to anything or anyone. So it is really hard, if not impossible, to understand what he meant. The Telegram group has been trying, too. Someone asked how beta is going in response to Satoshi's statement. Someone else asked what's going on with the use of leash, and someone else just thanked him for his work. Still, Satoshi might be trying to let the community know that Shiba Inu is ready to be released, which would be great. It's also possible that whatever the development team has been working on with the beta testnet, one word isn't enough to figure out what Satoshi has in mind. But this isn't a surprise since Satoshi likes to talk in vague terms. The dev team will let us know when whatever they are working on is ready to be released. In the meantime, you can tell us what you think in the comments part. As you think about that, what could Satoshi have meant? Let's talk about what happened with Apple. If you've been watching movies on this channel, you might remember that I talked about how Apple added the Bitcoin white paper to some versions of macOS. We didn't know what this meant exactly, but you have to agree that it sounds good. I mean, we've heard that Apple makes it hard to buy cryptocurrencies with its gadgets. So, if it added the Bitcoin white paper to macOS devices, it must have changed its mind about cryptocurrency. Right? And if it was true that a big brand like Apple was changing its mind about cryptocurrencies, it could mean that even more big brands would think about getting into cryptos too. So, yeah, a lot of people who like crypto were excited to hear about the white paper thing. Even SHIB holders had a reason to be happy, since we've seen that most of the time, whatever happens to Bitcoin ends up affecting SHIB anyway. We don't need to talk about what could have been because we just found out that the Bitcoin white paper has been taken out of Apple's latest macOS. Since Apple didn't tell us why the white paper was added in the first place, we have no idea why it was added. There is almost no chance that we will find out why it was taken down, but that hasn't stopped people from trying to guess. Now, one thing that's being thought about in all of this is that Apple hasn't said directly that it supports crypto, but Apple CEO Tim Cook has talked in public about having crypto since 2021. So, we know that at least one of the important people at Apple who make choices is not against cryptocurrencies. This could mean that the removal of the white paper isn't all bad news. But it's also possible that adding the white paper was just a joke or a. I know it doesn't seem likely, but what else could the removal mean? Today, you say you've changed your mind. Apple never gave an official reason for including the white paper, so many people think it was an inside joke among Apple workers or a nod to how important cryptocurrencies are becoming. Still, you said today that another theory is that Apple was testing with the white paper. This is because the paper is so short. The company chose to test things out by putting it on some Mac devices. This does sound like a reasonable possibility, and if it's true, it would explain why Apple took down the white paper document if it's done testing. We still don't know what the real reason is for the changes, though. But whatever it is, you might be thinking what it means for Shib or cryptocurrency in particular. Well, it means at the very least that we don't know what Apple thinks about crypto and Shib. It doesn't seem to mean anything in particular, either good or bad. It's just an uncertain state, which, if you think about it, applies to a lot of other names as well. That is, we don't know how many brands feel about cryptocurrency or Shib. Having said that, I should say that this is just my view. That's not true. In the comments part below, you can tell us what you think about Apple taking down the Bitcoin white paper and what that might mean for Shib. Also, if you thought this was really helpful, please leave a review and tell your friends about this video. It really helps with YouTube's algorithm, which makes it easier for me to keep making better movies. Lastly, and this could be a sign of more bad luck, the number of sheep that get burned has dropped by a huge amount, 100%. But before we get to that, this station gives away 100,000 sheep every day to anyone who wants to take part. All you need to do is subscribe to the channel, like this video, and leave a message below. #Shiba Inu. Yesterday, I wish you luck. No sheep tokens were burned at all, which is bad because sheep burns are a big part of how much sheep cost. You probably already know this, but it's worth saying again. Sheep burns help make sheep scarce, which is meant to make people want sheep more. This is why, ever since she came out, both the community and the development team have been trying to come up with new ways to cut down on the number of sheep in the game. There have been songs bought on Amazon and wallets burned. Also, the development team made sure that every Shiba Inu project that came out had a way to burn sheep. Some brands have even offered to burn a small portion of the money they make from sheep. So it is safe to say that many people inside and outside of the Shiba Inu environment think sheep burns are very important. Yesterday, no one was willing to do that important job, which was a shame. Now, the community is used to the fact that the number of sheep tokens burned each day can change wildly. On some days, billions of sheep were burned at once, while on other days, millions of coins were burned. But it's rare that there are no burns at all on a given day. So why might this be happening? People might be tired because the fires haven't had much of an effect on the price of sheep. For that to happen, we'll need a lot more fires than we've had so far. And Shibarium might be the only thing that could cause a burn like that. Another possibility is that it's just one of those days and that